as December closes in and Christmas time stares around the corner. To R. Kelly fans, the memory of the day comes with the anxiety to listen to R. Kelly's 12 Nights of Christmas tunes. Album streams are expected to rise by over 500%, and for us, love will be in the air all season for the R&B king. However, we shall not forget that R. Kelly will be spending his third Christmas in prison, and that he will not be enjoying his own songs with freedom like he should. He says he will be listening to the same while on the inside, and if the opportunity to do this is denied by the prison authorities, he will be singing the songs for his inmates himself. R. Kelly's commitment to do this, coupled with his well-known Christmas tree fantasy, has left many people amused by his extreme love for Christmas Day. It's amazing how far the R&B king, yet to turn king of pop, is willing to go, in order to listen to his own Christmas songs. But this is who the real R. Kelly is. Always passionate about his own work and the things he loves the most. Unfortunately for now, all his passion has to be pointed towards overturning the New York guilty verdict to regain his freedom. When you imagine what got Kelly here, you may not believe it. Very simple as the reasons were, Kelly's life is now in a state of quagmire. Not sure what is happening next, Kelly is fully dedicated to finding a way out of prison. And he is pursuing this with all his strength, limited by resources but filled with hope that sooner than later, the courts will realize that he is innocent and set him free. The long wait for this to happen, however, is no walk in the park. Additional to the 2 years R. Kelly has been waiting for this while in jail, he now has another 7 months until the next hearing, and 5 months until the sentencing. As for now, the only things Kelly is left to look forward to are Thanksgiving dinners that come with a change in diet. His once incredible lifestyle has been reduced to something simple and minimalistic. The contents of his Thanksgiving dinner were revealed to include roast turkey, roast eggplant, among other items, not very orthodox to the R&B king. And this was published in the news as though it was his last supper. Very annoying. It's going to be such a big turnaround for R. Kelly, from singing for multitudes to doing this for inmates as the only audience available. As R. Kelly's accusers are out there jubilating, they likely don't know the kind of life R. Kelly has been subjected to. It is totally unfair treatment for a man that was once kind to them, whose only crime was to have a big heart that welcomed them into his life. Robert welcomed everyone with open arms. Artists to his studio, friends to his home, and girlfriends into his life. Perhaps this is where he went wrong, but in any case, if people want to drag you to the bottom, sometimes it doesn't really matter what you do. They will cling on anything and drag you to the ground. Even if you are a saint that knows no sin. Meanwhile, R. Kelly is at the moment working out a possible solution together with attorney Jennifer Bonjean. They hope to find a solution to this unending incarceration soon in an appeal that is yet to be filed. According to Jennifer, the prosecution is taking advantage of the RICO Act to throw prominent people into prison. She says she has seen a similar scenario in another high-profile case she is handling, where the government is fronting the RICO statute in the same courthouse as the one that tried Kelly. This act is being used for the wrong reasons, she says. According to Bonjean, she will spearhead Kelly's post-conviction motions in a new trial, and should Judge Ann Donnelly deny Kelly a retrial, she will file for an appeal before the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, where she expects to get a number of wins against the prosecution. Jennifer Bonjean, now R. Kelly's new hope, is a New York-based attorney whose career began in Chicago. She filed her appearance in the R. Kelly case in the U.S. District Court in Brooklyn, where Kelly was convicted on September 28, 2021. She was the driving force in the Pennsylvania court case against Bill Cosby that saw her win back his freedom. She is now handling R. Kelly's retrial and appeal preparations for his case, anchored on the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, also known as the RICO Act, which she called a kitchen sink approach. R. Kelly, who is now 54 years old, was convicted in September for racketeering and conspiracy, claiming he used his successful music career to run a criminal enterprise that committed a number of offenses including kidnap, obstruction of justice, among others. The jury found him guilty of all counts, including a number of charges such as bribery, among others. Kelly, who is presently imprisoned in a federal prison in Brooklyn, faces a possible sentence of 10 years to life in prison in May. Deborah O'Canick, Thomas Farinella, and Nicole Blank-Becker, the other members of his legal team, will continue to work on sentencing concerns, according to Bonjean, while she takes on the appeal and possible retrial matters. The singer is also accused of organizing a years-long plot to bribe or compel witnesses in his 2008 child pornography trial in Cook County, which resulted in acquittal. It is said that Kelly attempted to buy back videos he allegedly recorded with young girls. U.S. District Judge Harry Leinenweber has scheduled the Chicago trial for August 2022. Kelly's decision to revamp his legal team came during the September hearing, as was communicated by his Chicago-based lawyer Steve Greenberg. According to Steve, he has worked with appeal lawyer Jennifer Bonjean on several cases within Chicago and elsewhere. So they should get along easily while they work to defend R. Kelly from the possibility of life in prison. What Robert has experienced lately is comparable to tying up someone's arms behind him and punching him in the abdomen where it hurts most. Depriving him any possible revenue source means he is likely accumulating credit just to make sure his legal team is well paid. This is no fair fight at all against the R&B king. The trial and verdict were so heartbreaking for the fans, and now hearing he will likely be singing Christmas carols to inmates makes emotions overflow. If the courts wanted to see R. Kelly get a fair trial, they needed to grant him bail and keep the case environment as preserved as possible. You cannot buy all time for prosecution to convert all witnesses to one side and then begin a trial. This is what they achieved by denying Kelly bail. It's automatic that when the master of the house changes, the things the housemates say will change too. I wouldn't be surprised to hear a completely different story from the witnesses, if R. Kelly regained his freedom soon. I imagine many of them will be confessing to how they were told what to say in court. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.